Welcome back, everyone. Before we move in, let's quickly remind ourselves where we are on this journey. Day first, you choose one idea, one core problem, one specific user, and a potential killer feature. Day two, you took all your conversations and turned them into structure. SWOT, a business model canvas, and the one pager. If you are on track with all these tasks so far, well done. You are doing a great job. This work will pay off later when you start to grow. If you are a bit behind, don't stress. You still have enough time to catch up. Just treat the few next days as a small sprint. Speed up slightly so you stay in sync with the program and can get full value from it. We still have quite a lot to do together. Today, we move to a very practical set of questions. We focus on three things. What exactly should we build first? How will we know if it is working? What is our realistic execution roadmap? By the end of today's lecture and practice session, you should walk away with a clear MVP specification, one feature, one focused experiment, a metric sheet with one key metric and two or three supporting metrics, a simple, concrete execution roadmap for the next few weeks. And you will also see how AI and no-code tools can compress months of building into just a few hours of focused work. So, now that you know what day 3 is about, let's talk about how you actually build. Previously, we talked, we planned, we looked at your idea from a high level. Today, we start moving from thinking to doing. From slides and one-pagers to something real in the hands of user. Right now, you are not aiming for a perfect product. You are aiming to create something real that proves your core value proposition. Think of this as a focus building principle. Getting one feature right beats launching a bunch that are half-baked. If you keep this in mind, a lot of your decisions over the next weeks become much easier. Traditional MVP thinking often sounds like this. Let's build a small version of the old vision. Or, we'll do multiple functions but basic. Or, we'll get feedback on everything at once. What usually happens? You spread yourself thin and end up proving nothing at all. The focus-driven MVP, or beta MLP, which stands for minimum lovable product, takes a different approach. Build one feature extremely well. Make this feature genuinely pleasant, even fun to use. Prove that people would actually pay for this specific value. Only then move step by step to the rest of your vision. Ask yourself, what is the single capability that, if it worked perfectly, would make customers say, I need this right now? If this is not clear, you are simply not ready to build yet. Let's look at how great companies actually started. Evernote became almost a synonym for digital note-taking. No projects, no task management, no heavy collaboration at the beginning, just notes. Dropbox first nailed file sync across devices. Only after that came advanced sharing, teamwork spaces, admin dashboards. Miro offered an endless collaborative canvas for designers and product teams. Other productivity use cases stayed in the backlog for a long time. OpenWeb focused on one sharp solution for comment sections of large publishers. No forum, no niche community, no side markets, only big publishers and their comments. Remember, Your feature doesn't have to look revolutionary on the surface. Your whole idea can be about making existing things more convenient, efficient, or accessible. There are plenty of famous companies that build huge businesses with this make it better approach. Zoom, Slack. They took something familiar and executed much better. Now, let's anchor everything on one line. Our product does one thing perfectly. It helps mention your target customer to achieve mention your specific outcome by using what is your unique method. You already have all the ingredients from your day two canvas. Now you compress them into this one sentence. This is your build filter. If a new feature doesn't clearly support this promise, you skip it for now. It waits. Now, let's take a small step back and return to the MVP discussion from a slightly different angle. As I mentioned, very often founders treat the MVP as a first version of the full product. First release, first big milestone, something they are proud to show to everyone. That is the wrong way to think about it. An MVP is a test. It is a focused experiment to answer one sharp question. Have we found something people actually use and want to pay for? Your job at this stage is to design the cheapest, fastest experiment that reaches real users, puts your one feature in front of them, generates data and stories you can't get from interviews alone. If you think about MVP like this, it immediately becomes easier to cut scope and to focus. That doesn't mean there's only one correct MVP shape. It depends on what you are testing and how close you are to the risk. Let me walk you through a few formats I've seen work and explain when they might be worth using. First, single feature MVP is still the default for good reason. One feature, built fast, shipped early. If you are not sure where to start here. Next, Wizard of Oz MVP. You do some parts manually behind the scenes, while the user believes it's automated. It is useful when you want to check if it makes sense to invest in automation. Then there's Concierge MVP. You personally deliver the service step by step for a small group of early users. It is useful for complex or high-touch services where you want to learn in depth. Another useful one, landing page MVP. One clear page, one clear value proposition, and then you add a sign up, join wait list, or pre-order button. It works well when you want to measure interest before building anything at all. Piecemeal MVP. You stitch together existing tools like Forms, Zapier, MailChimp, instead of building custom code. It is perfect for testing workflow-based products before you invest in proprietary tech. Finally, explainer video MVP. A short video that shows the product and then you measure who cares enough to click, sign up, or reply. It is great for new and complex concepts where visual explanation helps a lot. Each of these MVP types works. If it helps you quickly and cheaply test your assumption. That is the whole point.